in a different area.
Okay.
Yep. So I think this is funny. Yesterday at work, the toilet paper ran out, right? So it was like I was praising God that it ran out because that meant I could go get some. So I spared no expense on work toilet paper. We was Charmin Ultra Soft yesterday, my friend. It was awesome.
Ultra soft.
Ultra soft.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Charmin. I always thought it left little snowballs on me.
It's much better than leaving a bloody polar bear on you.
Well, I don't want the bloody polar bear, but still don't want a busted snow globe between my butt cheeks.
That's true. Now the dude wipes, they fare nice. I got the regular version and the to-go version, so whenever I remember to take a wipe or two to work with me, I don't feel so out of place reading a magazine at work, as it were. And we'll show a picture of them right here.
The funny thing is when you use those, the few times I've used those in the bathroom, people think that you're eating in the stall, like you're going to be in there for the long haul.
It sounds like you brought a bag of Fritos with you.
Yeah, because it's just like, it's like being like going to the movies and just trying to open up a pack of candy or something, and it's just everybody's just looking at you. But people can't look at you if you got the stall closed. But they can hear you.
You don't go with the stall open.
Next thing you know, somebody's hand comes from underneath the stall saying, "Hey, can I get a couple of those?"
Are those gobstoppers? It's got to be some weird candy like gobstoppers or what is it? I found a pack of bit of honey on the floor the other day.
Oh, okay.
I was like, who's eating bit of honey out here?
Who is it?
I wasn't as interested as I thought I was after I asked the first couple of people, and they said it wasn't me. But in other news, we've got a couple other spots to cover here. We've got a hot topic, literally. Martha Stewart, at the ripe age of 81 or 80-something, I didn't look that good, she has posed nude in nothing but
an apron.
A cookman's apron.
An apron.
Yep, it's apparently some sort of stunt for a coffee promo. But I will say, not bad. Not bad.
I don't know if it's really good Photoshop work or she hit the steam room to knock out those wrinkles real quick before she posed.
The lather, actually. I'm sure it's a cream. It's a cream called.
Or there's a small individual behind her pulling her skin back. So
can you imagine some little person like grabs your shoulder blades and just squeezes tight? Just
5 more seconds. 5 more seconds.
I can't hold it. She's like, dang it, get it done. But that's pretty funny. Yeah, there was talk about how good she's looking. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Some fan said, "I love you, Martha Stewart. Doesn't matter if she's thirst trapping or baking a turkey. She's doing it the best." So all right.
And that was folks that read in Braille that said
that. I wonder if when you get super old and your skin gets like real leathery, like you spend too much time in the sun, if perhaps the way to go is like a good woodworking product to keep that, like a nice butcher block cream or something, instead of like an aging person's thing. Like, I feel like that would do a lot better. Some sort of leather tanning product.
Yeah, I mean, Armor All wipes.
Armor All wipes. Or,
why not?
McGuire's. I don't know. Any kind of car care, probably, I think that's where the world's going wrong. They need to look into this technology more.
So when you got your new Ferrari and you need to get it detailed, that's when you pick your grandma up, take her with you, get her a couple wipe downs. So why not knock it out?
I mean, that's a lot cheaper than taking her to the spa. $99 detail service. And those guys are thankful for the work because, I mean, my grandma's way smaller than a Buick.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, way smaller than
a You gotta think about it for a sec.
Yeah, she's smaller. She's smaller than Buick. Wu-Tang. It's my new segue. It's just yelling Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
So apparently the dictionary's added some new items.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. It's about time that the English language has got an update. It looks like they added baller.
Yeah.
And cringe. So that's cool. And adorkable.
Dorkable.
And janky.
Okay.
So janky's an official word. I was hoping that would pass. Oh, they added MacGyver, which is now a verb, not a noun. Yeet. An expression of surprise.
Okay.
Janky, we already talked. Sus is now in there, which is
sus,
short for suspicious or suspect. I have never once said sus. Have you said sus? You sus? You kid. Has that kid ever said sus?
I haven't recalled him saying that. That's suspect. I don't know about sus.
Sus,
just makes me like I got an oozing sore or something coming out of my body.
You got a little sus coming out. That spot on your back.
You need medical attention.
Sus is a medical attention situation. We got pwn, PWN. They spell it.
What is that? To
dominate and defeat. So, like the video game kids, I have heard this in the proverbial streets. The networking street. Ooh, that's a big one.
Excuse me.
Man, somebody got up early today.
Yeah, these
words are getting used.
Words are putting me to sleep.
Putting you to sleep. And then Baller got at it, which it's about time. Baller's been out for a minute.
Yeah, it's been for a minute.
Baller's in the game.
Chameleonaire and Paul Wall back in the day.
Yep. Big swangers. Is swanger a word? I'm not going to look. I'm not going to check. Let's see. I got one more bit of news, and I didn't save it. That's okay. We'll look it up. But word on the street is that they're going to make a Lion King prequel.
Really?
It's about Mufasa.
About Mufasa?
How he became king.
Really? That's interesting.
I think the plot point is like his uncle kills his father, and then he blames it on Mufasa, and then Mufasa has to run away for a while. He befriends a warthog and a groundhog or whatever they are. They learn how to sing and talk about means no worries, Hakuna Matata, and then he comes back, kills his uncle. He's king again. That's what I'm thinking it's about.
Yeah, that sounds like the same one, but just a character flip.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That was a complete regurgitating of my knowledge of the movie Lion King. So you got some videos.
Yeah, so over the weekend, apparently at the Dolphins-Patriots game.
More NFL news breaking.
Is that the...
So I look back there. Did you see that? I look back. We're gonna shop in breaking.
Absolutely. So apparently tailgating got a little out of hand. So folks had a good time tailgating. Then they went to the game, and then they left the grill on and caused some damage to about 8 vehicles. So
left their grill running and multiple cars.
Hold up, son. Hold up. Hold up.
Technical. Why ain't it?
Your phone's Bluetooth's not on, I believe. Nope, it is on. Looks like it's hooked up to Beats headphones. No, I'm just kidding.
Partnuth. I think we got it now.
We got it. Let's test it out. For the people all around.
This is nuts. Keep watching. You will see the aftermath.
Bananas. How would you like to come out after a game and see your cars lit on fire or toasted out, burnt to a crisp?
You're like walking up. You're like, oh, what a game. You're hitting your remote. You don't hear the kick, kick. And you look up.
Somebody replaced my car with all these broken down, melted vehicles over here.
Worst is you're like, I left my swatch in there or something. My swatch.
I left my pet hamster in there in his wheel.
My good pair of gloves was in that car. What if you had just watched your team get demolished? You're running outside and you're like, this is the worst day ever. First of all, we lost to the Dolphins. Terrible day. Oh my God, look at my car. It's gone. That would be, I don't know if I could go back to work Monday. I think I'd call in.
Well, I can't tell what kind of vehicles those were, if they were in like great condition. So I'm wondering that the individual that had the grill that caused the
Maybe
accident.
it was on purpose. Maybe he's driving an old beater.
But he wonder if he wasn't aware of what had happened. Would he be more concerned about his loss of vehicle or loss of grill?
That's true. What if you got like a nice Traeger or a Pit Boss or something? And
you're driving an old Pinto or something.
Yeah, and you're all up in your Toyota Tercel. It's flopped. The trunk doesn't even close anymore. It's flopping around with your Traeger.
It's looking sus.
It's very sus. That's a sus thing.
Yeah.
And then but you got a baller grill. and that joint burns to the ground, and you're like, I just bought that. And you're on the phone with Pit Boss. It burned up. It burned up.
Is it covered under warranty? That's what you got to ask.
Yeah. Also, what do you cover vehicles as well? Because my Tercel's done.
It's done. It's over. It's a wrap. So, but yeah, so that was an interesting turn of events for those fans that came out. 8 vehicles.
8 vehicles.
Torched. Hope those
folks got a better Monday. Or maybe they were horrible people and they deserved it. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, if they were... Who did the Dolphins play? Browns? No.
Browns.
Was it the Browns?
No clue.
No clue.
No clue. Not that far ahead.
Yeah, well, and we'll there's no way to look it up, so... There's no way to look it up.
Oh,
Lord.
Was there any other news segments we got?
Let me check the docket here.
Check it out.
Oh, I ran into this today.
What you got?
It made me think of a good topic to bring up. Have you ever been inside a Sam's Club or a Walmart or just any store, and there's like an in-store vendor? Usually it's like an energy company or like a cell phone service, and they are not afraid to engage you and take your time to sell their products. Have you ever bought anything from those vendors? Like, have you ever switched to Reliant Energy from a Walmart visit?
Absolutely not.
You walked into Walmart to get what I can only assume is some dude wipes, mint chill, and you walk out with a new electrical provider? No, nobody does that. Doesn't happen. So today I'm in Sam's Club buying some meat. I'm buying some meat. All right, I was buying meat. And the AT&T dude's like, you interested in signing up with the new cell phone plan? And I'm like, nope. And he's like, well, what kind of service do you have? And I look at his sign, and I go, AT&T. And he's like, do you? I was like, absolutely.
Exactly what I do.
Just look at their sign, and you're like, oh, I do own Green Mountain Energy, or whatever. Yeah. Would you believe it? It's Sunbelt Arizona Energy.
What's the odds of that? I'm Amish, so I got 16 candles burning in my house right now, so I can't switch. So, yeah, it's just bananas. Like, I do the same thing. If they start harassing me, I tell them I already got it.
Or you, pick up your phone and you start acting like something horrible has happened. You're like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I got to get this meat, and I'll be home right away, babe. just...
Or Martha Stewart's in an apron.
Martha Stewart's in an apron?
Butt naked. Oh, my goodness. Who's pulling that skin back?
I think my cousin Tito does that job.
He does.
He's 5'2".
You ever seen him clean the yard?
That's how Kevin Hart got his start. Little guy, pulls back skin. Then he started making people laugh.
Because he said he was
He's
pulling
back
the
there.
strings.
Yeah, he was back
Got
there. She'd pull the skin and he'd be like, and he'd be like, ah, or whatever. He did his little impression. That's what it was. And that's how
Possibility.
Kevin Hart got famous.
I believe it.
Me too.
It just takes one opportunity like that to catapult your career.
Yeah.
And that's what we're
Whether
hoping here.
Yeah, exactly. We're hoping that we can go into work one day and they won't see us anymore. This is our Goodwill Hunting math on the whiteboard opportunity. This podcast is our huge math problem.
Absolutely. So we're
You got
running
another video?
We're running a little lean, but I do have a situation I think we need to discuss.
What's that?
All right, so look. So you get your food, right?
Got my food.
You find a hair in it.
Oh.
What do you do?
Well, I think I have to make a quick assessment.
Okay.
Does the hair look like my hair?
Okay.
Sometimes it does. I'll be like, that's clearly one of my beard hairs when my beard's longer. I'll be like, that's clearly from my head. But then you have to make an assessment of if it's not your hair. Do you just pull the hair out and keep eating? Do you complain? Say there's a hair in my food. I mean, I get stuff happens. Hair falls out. You know, mine's been falling out for years.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I'm just going to have this little bit in front, and that's it. What do you do?
So this is what I think, right? So it depends on what type of place you're eating at, right? So if you go to Whack Arnold's and you're eating
What's Whack Arnold's?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
So Whack Arnold's is what Dave Chappelle calls McDonald's in his skits from back in the day, right? So, but anyway, so if you go to Whack Arnold's, like my experience, I found a hair or fuzz or something in my hash brown.
Inside the hash brown?
Inside the hash brown.
That means that hash brown is transported through the world.
I don't know
with
if
this
it,
hair.
I don't know if it was like maybe it was alive at one point and it took its family to Build-A-Bear and that's how it got the fuzz. I couldn't tell if it was fuzz or hair, but it's not the point. So the point is you got to judge it. It's McDonald's. I spent $3 on a meal. Am I really going to get excited about a hair being in my hash brown?
Are you going to make the drive around back to the drive-thru?
Absolutely not. I'm just like, it is what it is. I take a chunk off, throw it to the side. I don't see any more.
Do a quick investigation and you keep going.
Yeah, then I go to town. But now if I'm paying top dollar for something,
Like if you're
at a restaurant, sit down restaurant, I find some hair,
you're going to say something.
I'm going to say something because I'm not about to spend $20, $30 on a hair, right?
That's
not
true.
knowing where it came from. So if I'm going to Whack Arnold's and I find a hair, I'm going to shave it or wax it, and I'm going to eat it.
There you go. But if you're at something nice, if you got the invite from Francis to dine out,
Absolutely, Francis hooks it up. I'm not grooming my food
no,
to eat it.
and Francis would expect nothing less. I can imagine that she has top expectations when it comes to hair on food. Have you ever found anything besides a hair in your food?
I have not, thank God.
Neither have I. But man, what would you find? I guess a fingernail's an option. That would be horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine just seeing a bug crawling around in a restaurant keeps me going to those restaurants. Like if I seen a water bug crawling on the floor,
No,
I will
you.
not be back.
Pass.
I will not be
Pass.
back. Except for old hole in the wall family cafe that had great breakfast.